Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Glory Pendra Akman, and how are you doing? Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make this gorgeous trendy sleeves. Yeah, it's a statement sleeve, but first and foremost guys, it's very important to me that you give me a thumbs up. Yeah, please hit the like button. This is for the YouTube algorithm, right? It's very important that you do this so you keep me encouraged and have more people see my content. Right now, if you're new here, kindly hit the subscription button as well, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell, right, so you can always see when I have new content post out here. Another good news guys, I've gotten to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. And my community tab has been unlocked. Yeah, so you get to see my post every now and then. So what I have right here is my basic sleeve pattern. I was just tracing out my biceps and elbow and wrist line or the hem so you can see clearly. Yeah, I'm working with old newspaper as my pattern paper. This should not be new to you because, like I always say, the news is old but the paper is still useful. Yeah, so I've put the paper to good use here. Now what I'm doing is I'm making slash lines. The first one is running from the cap of the sleeve down to the bicep line, and then the other slash lines, as you can see, is running is that diagonally, more like a ray of light, coming from the center of the sleeve outwards towards the whole sleeve, but ending at the elbow line, just as you can see me do. I really did not use a measurement while making these slash lines. I just eyeballed it and spreaded it neatly round. Using my paper scissors, I'm going to be slashing through. If you observe, I said from the cap of the sleeve, cut right down to the bicep line and spreaded my cut following the slash lines all the way from the center of the sleeve to the elbow line. So now I'm going to be putting another paper underneath my sleeve after making the slashes so that we can spread round to add fullness to the sleeve, right? So that means we're going to be creating some sort of new pattern, new shape by adding fullness to the sleeves. I left about the 4 inches gap between each slash lines. Then I used paper tape to hold the old pattern in place so that it doesn't move from the new paper underneath. Now I'm going to be increasing the height of this sleeve, and I noticed that the paper I had put underneath was not is not going to be enough, so I have to attach extra paper, as you can see me do right now, so I can increase the height of the sleeve. Then I'm just going to use paper tape, as you can see, to stick the new addition onto the newspaper underneath. Hope you're not confused. So I'm going to be rolling a straight line, continuing from the center of the sleeve upwards towards the new addition that I had made. Now I said I'm going to be increasing the height of this sleeve. I increased the height of this sleeve by 6 inches. Yes, 6 inches from the previous cap line position. Yeah. Alright. So I made a curve connecting the previous cap up to the 6 inches mark, down to the other side of the cap paper, right? I'm sorry you can't see the other side of the sleeve. Okay, all right, so now there you have it. So I connected from the cap of the sleeve, the previous cap of the sleeve, up to my 6 inches mark at the center of the sleeve, and now I'm going to be cutting. Hey, this is a new pattern. As you can see, I have fullness added towards the cap area down to the elbow line. Right, so this is what we're going to be working with. This is 1 yard of satin fabric, and this is what I'm going to be using to cut the sleeves. Actually, what I'm working on is a monostrap dress, like a one-handed dress. So I'm only going to be having one sleeves cut out and attached to the dress, right? So I'm going to place my fabric, as you can see. No, I'm not making any fold, just spread it open on the table, and I'm going to lay my pattern down to cut. So on my basic sleeve pattern, I had already added my sewing allowance all around the sleeve. That was done before the whole slashing and spreading, so I'm not going to be adding allowance to the fabric or adding any more allowance. I'll just place my paper on the fabric just like so. I'll place my pins round to fasten the pattern to the fabric, and I will cut. So this is not the kind of sleeve that would make you blend into the crowd. With this sleeve, you make a statement. You walk into the room and everybody knows the girl with the big sleeve has arrived. No, the dress I'm making is somewhat simple, so this is actually the centerpiece of the dress. So I'm making pleats around the cap like so, because that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be pleating the cap area to reduce the length of that area back to what it originally was, hence making the fullness, and before we insert it to the armhole of the garment. Now what I have here is my lining. In Nigeria, it's popularly called aba lining. Yeah, I couldn't get cotton lining. I would have preferred cotton because of the texture, since I'm trying to build structure at the cap area of that sleeve, right? But not to worry, my interfacing is what is popularly called here in Nigeria cotton stay or cotton gum. I'll be using that for texture, a stiff next kind of texture to the cap area, so my pleats would stand and the cap area would stand once I'm done sewing. There is my satin and my lining. So now I'm going to be cutting my paper. I'm cutting it off at the elbow line. This part of the pattern is what I'm going to be using to cut the cotton gum or cloth gum or cotton stay, whatever. It's actually a stiff interfacing, but has a cotton texture to it. Like I said, this is what will help us build that structure we want, the pleat standing at the cap area. So I'm going to lay the pattern on the stiffness or the cotton stay, and I'm going to be cutting. The reason why I don't have this running all the way down to the hem of the sleeve is because it's not really necessary. The area I want the stiffness is this area, the cap area. That's from the elbow line upwards towards the cap. So I'm going to be cutting. So this interfacing is a fusible one. It has a gum that can be transferred onto my satin fabric by heat. So I'm going to be aligning my satin fabric with the interfacing. So here I have pleated the cap of my sleeves, bringing it to a length that would fit into my armhole, there are the pleats, and then I went ahead to close the side seams of the sleeve. So this is what it looks like on me. It hasn't been attached yet to the garment of which we intend to fix it on. I just put it on my hands to see what it looks like. This is the finished work of her sleeves. Look how gorgeous it looks. Her dress is beautiful as well. My client is happy and I am satisfied. If you've watched this video up until this point, God bless you. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment in the comment section if you have questions. I'm always here for you guys. Love you. Bye. Okay, so this one is now for my own marketing, not tutorial. Okay.